What's up, everybody? It is Beastly Fat Man back with you again. Today we're going to be going over the helm and the things to do in the helm, how to get your pieces of 8 better, and how to get the helm in general. So after you finish John Skurlock's missions, you are going to, get out of his cutscene, and you'll be walking down here. It'll be a cutscene. You'll see the bartender standing over here somewhere. And I can't remember if she talks to you or if she looks at you, but then you will get a letter in your mailbox. So you'll just come over here to your mailbox, look at your letter. Oh look, this guy must have watched my video on how to get all this stuff. He must have loved it. I bet he did too. So then you will come all the way back to the bar area. It is called La Pont Mut Moot. I don't know that. So then you have Yanita here. You'll have a quest to talk to her. So then you'll talk to her.
It's a good day when you're on deck.
So when you talk to her, she'll give you a quest to do some other stuff and whatnot. Then you'll go off and you'll do that stuff for her, and then you'll come back to her. Eventually she will open up. She'll be like, hey, follow me, and you'll go back here into the smuggler's hideout. And once you get back here, she'll kind of explain everything that's happening in here. You got your supply network here. This is how you get different supply deals. So you can get 72 cane sugar for 600. It's not going to be this much when you first start out. It's going to be like, I can't even remember. This is also later on. I'll go over that a bit later. Actually, let's go over it now since we're here. You'll get these fort plunders and rogue hunts. That will be another quest with her, to do a rogue hunt and get your sugarcane or juniper berries or whatever from that. The fort plunders are a lot harder. Obviously, most of them are over here, but you get a lot of sugarcane. It says you should group up with captains. I definitely recommend that because these forts over here are like 14, 15, some insane number. So then she'll have you start at the distillery. And then you'll click provide materials. All you will have right away is this white skull rum, and that is just sugarcane. So I have 921. I can just, click that, and then it'll take some time, and they will make the white skull rum. So then eventually, when you keep going with your upgrades, which I'll go over that when we get there, you'll unlock your white skull gin, your gold skull rum, and your gold skull gin. When you unlock those, you come over here to the order registry, and this will be all of your deals, and you'll have different deals all over the map. There used to be roving deals, which would give you a lot more pieces of 8, which is this gold octopus coin right here. Also right here. You just see this is how much pieces 8 you'll get for going here and delivering your items. So and when you first start out, your coin will be a lot less. I think it's like 20, 30, somewhere in that range. But once you upgrade, you'll get more. So I will accept this. So when you accept it, it'll pop up. You can hold to track it. And I guess I didn't go over. So this screen, when you agree on the order, fast travel is not allowed at all the entire time. So you have to go from St. Anne. It's either St. Anne or your den up here in the East Indies. So now I've found that a lot of the times in the order section that they are in different areas. So I like to grab one, see where it is. If I don't like it, I'll just hit F on it and abandon contract. There's no repercussions for any of that. But then I will mark it and I'll head out there. I won't put anything on my ship because when you get there, obviously there's a warehouse there. It'll pull it straight from the warehouse. So I just mark it and then I'll basically, you know, leave and it'll untrack it because I don't have whatever I'm delivering. So then I will abandon this because those are not useful once you get later on. They are and they aren't. So basically that is the first step of the helm, is doing your orders. Get those done as much as you can. I think they respawn on the top of the hour. I think we got that squared away. But then you'll come up here. I think this is a quest 2 to do some upgrades. And you'll start with, of course, Deathmark expired. I did hear Ubisoft is working on getting this gone. So you start with your smuggler operations, and I highly recommend using all of your pieces of 8 here to upgrade this. This is how you will earn more 8s. This is how you will unlock your Gold Skull Rum and your Gin. So I highly recommend putting all of the 8s you have earned into this. So then we'll go up to Talak Penjara because there is also a area up here. And this is also a quest that Yanita gives you to go up here and talk to her sister. So then basically you'll run through here. And keep in mind you do not have to be Kingpin to unlock the helm. I was level 6 Cutthroat, I think it, no, Brigand. I was a Brigand when I unlocked the helm. So here's her sister, you'll talk to her, and then you'll go over here to your smuggler's hideout in Talak Pendara. And here, it looks quite different. I really like the atmosphere in here. But now you have the laboratory. And here, they make opium. They make opium and then snuff once you upgrade your helm through the upgrade menu. So then we'll come back over here. And then, yep, your snuff. So your black snuff is at level 23. By the time I got down to these upgrades, I had probably 1,800, maybe 2,000. I think I had over 2,000 tobacco leaves. So I was able to make 2,000 black snuff right away. So I highly recommend putting all of your coins into this first. I'm not sure if it'll upgrade or reset after these 8 days. Obviously nobody's been there yet because it's only, you know, it obviously, unless you're watching this after the 8 days, then you'll know what happens. But right now I highly recommend doing all of these. You'll get a lot more money and a lot more discounts, and you'll get more in your supply runs. But the best part is obviously the extra pieces of 8 you get in your orders, because now mine are at least 100 for every order. So from there, once you hit the Kingpin rank, I believe Yanita, she will call you, not call you, I think she'll send you a letter saying, you know, come talk to me. You've shown your worth, all of that stuff. And then once you do unlock the helm, I didn't show it before, but right down in the bottom right, you'll have a button. I think it's B for Xbox and if you're on controller, and then it's C if you're keyboard and mouse. So when you talk to Yanita the second time, she will give you a quest to take over an area in the Red Isle. I had this one straight off the bat, which was great. I know my buddy had like this one down here, this one, but this one is great. Starting out, you get that one right away. It's fantastic. Oh, I gotta get that one going. Which I'll go over that with this one, how to do all that. So you'll get this one. I recommend you zoom in a little bit, and you're going to want, or let's go over the hostile takeovers. So your hostile takeovers, down here you'll see there's 19 minutes 30 seconds till your next takeover opportunity. Once that closes, I'll show right now what it all looks like, what the hostile takeover looks like. There is two different ones. There is the hostile takeover, which is PvP, and there's a legendary heist, which is PvE. With the takeover, it is only one person that can acquire that area. In the legendary heist, if you're doing it, anybody in the legendary heist will acquire the zone, whichever zone it says. I think it's 3 or 4 people will get the zone for the PvE legendary heist. And I'll post some videos on what the takeover looks like right here. Alright, so that was a hostile takeover. I don't have any... Actually, the footage in my video about the best free armor that you can get, that is the legendary heist I was talking about. So if you're wondering what that looks like, what that entails, go to that video. I think I explained most of what you need to do. If not, just let me know. I can make another video that's on legendary heist. So next, let's go into the trade routes. So let's go to this one because he has a lot. Or actually, I'll go to one I have. So right now we got Palisade Bay. All these lines are the trade routes. So when you hover over it, it will say 5%. I have 5% because I have done upgrades. But each one of these is an extra 5%. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20. It's an extra 20% that is being made. So right now it's at 85 an hour. So then if you go over here and look at Bandari, that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trade routes. The other thing with trade routes is you need to own both sections. So if I look here at Tanjona, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6 trade routes, so that increases it for myself. It's 25% increase for every trade route. So this one is at 110 an hour. And it is also level 7. But since I do not own Harafu, which is over here, I don't own that one yet, this trade route is not active. So right now it only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bonus to it. So what I highly recommend is when you get all of your coins here, you want to collect them. I like starting at the Ooblet and kind of taking my route up here. I'll grab this one, go around, grab this one, and then go and just kind of grab all of these. This is my normal route that I was taking for a long time. And once you have the pieces of 8, after you collect, you cannot fast travel. But you just have to go to St. Anne. So if this was the only one you own, you know, come right over here, pick this one up, turn around, go to St. Anne. If you only own these ones here, start here, grab these, go back to St. Anne. And that is how you secure more pieces of 8. And I highly recommend all of your pieces of 8 you get from this, funnel them right back in. Because if you look here, so let's look at a level, do I have a level 1? This one right here. So my level 1 right here, his storage size is only 45. So it can only hold 45 coins, which is 2 hours. Yeah, less than 2 hours, because it's at 26 an hour. First starting out, I got all of these to level 3, and level 3 hold 80. So I upgraded all of these to at least level 3. I believe these 3 were already level 4s. So I recommend getting them to 3, because I think 3 is just a good number to have them at. And then obviously your ones with a lot of trade routes, level those ones up. I just did a run that went from Bandari to this one, down to this one, grabbed these along the way, and then Palisade Bay and went back, and it was over 2,500 coins. So I definitely recommend getting the ones with a lot of trade routes on them. It's gonna be the way you're gonna make a lot of money. So definitely get all these up, you know, level 3, and then Palisade Bay and Tanjona, get those to level 7 as soon as you can. I've only upgraded this one to level 7 because it does have quite a few different trade routes, but most of them go into Africa. I think it only has 2 that do not. The rest go into Africa. So the other thing is the helm wager. It'll pop up on your screen after you collect. So let's say I went over here to Bandari and collected a 98 in there. It'll pop up on your screen right after you collect them, and there's 3 different options that I have seen. One is it will only affect the coin you take from this one. Another one I recently got, and I feel like it starts out like right when you first start, you'll get it. It affects every single piece of 8 you put into this chest you get once you start your wager. But keep in mind that it is PvP, so you have the risk of people coming in and stealing your pieces of 8. Though, if you succeed, they will be doubled. There is also another one that let's say you grab all of them, you come, this is your last one, you grab that, it'll pop up, it'll double everything that's already in the chest. The other thing is on the screen, I don't have a picture of it right now, but on the screen it'll say where you have to take it to. It is different every single time. You don't take it to St. Anne. If you try and go in the border around St. Anne here, the little buoys, if you go in there, you'll drop your chest. I've done that multiple times because I just forget. So I do not go into St. Anne. You need to go wherever it tells you. You cannot disembark anywhere else except the place that it tells you to go. So just keep in mind all of the potential downfalls to it, the risks that you're taking. If you have 2,000 coins in your pocket and you pop one up, that'll be like 4,000 coins that you potentially could get. Or you could get 0. There's definitely risk to it. There's definitely a give and take factor. But the same thing goes if you join a helm wager. You would get all of those coins that now this person does not get because you took their chest. Also, when you are collecting your pieces of 8, you will notice that rogues will start spawning. At first, I believe it is just one rogue, and if you do not kill him fast enough, he will call reinforcements and spawn a bunch of other ones that will try and kill you and take your pieces of 8. But if you die, you do not lose your pieces of 8. They stay on your little buoy you have to go back and get. I've done that before. I've died before while doing it, and yeah, you can still pick them back up. Okay, one more thing I forgot. So the trade routes, obviously you get your bonuses from the trade routes. But once you control all of the territory, or all the manufactories in one section, you also will get a land bonus, I like to call it. So up top in this section, you can see right above this sacred tree here. For this section right here, it is an 18% boost on top of your trade routes. So you have your trade route boosts, as well as your land boosts. This one right here, for these two, is 33% boost. For this 4, it's a 23% boost. Of course, you can't see it because my death mark has expired 600 times since I started playing. And then, so yeah, over here you'll see, once that goes away, I don't think it's going to go away. But when you hover over it, it'll tell you what you have. But right now, I'm hovering over this one, and it's gray up there instead of showing that I have it. So I recommend getting, your ones with the highest trade routes, but do not get all of them in the section so you get that extra boost. And then, so let's go over the sovereigns. That is my 1730 up there. You get sovereigns by turning in your pieces of 8. So far I've turned in 47,000 pieces of 8. I think that's what that means. But basically you get sovereigns from your season rank. So right now I think I'm silver 1 or silver 2 maybe. I think I'm silver 2. So I got 600 from hitting silver 2. I'll get 700 from 3, and I'll hit 800 for getting to gold. And right now I'm at 700. This goes up and down very, very, very quickly. Just yesterday, not even 24 hours ago, I was at 280, I think I was. So people are grinding this game. They are trying to find the best ways to do it, and I'm telling you, this is the best way to do it. You need to find the ones with the most trade routes and upgrade those ASAP. So then we will also go into the upgrades for the areas. So this is for the red aisle connections. I didn't do these until recently, and that's kind of when I was like, oh, this is huge. So let's find the good one. So all these ones, they increase base profits of manufacturers run by the C people by 4%. So what that means is, like the lumberyard here, that's an extra 4% boost, because if you look on your right side, you can see that little banner, and that's the C people banner. And this one is Farah. So all of the C people areas are boosted by that 4%. And then the same goes for Farah. And then this reduces the cost. So let me just start one of these up. Or I'll just look at it. So here it will take 500 silver to fund this manufactory. So it'll start making 33 pieces of 8 an hour. Once you level it up more, you will unlock these ones. So at tier 6, I can unlock silver snuff for this one. I don't have any over here that are running out. Yeah, so basically all of your areas, they will take silver to start the manufactory. Silver goes very, 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 very quick. I used to have over 400,000 coin. I started doing some silver runs to try and get more silver over the past few days. The ways I have found have worked very well, so I can make a video on that if people are into that as well. So I recommend, upgrading all this first and then going into your upgrades and see what you have. Let's see where... Oh, it's down here. This Empire Management section is huge. So it reduces the production cost for controlled territories by 4%. So that basically just reduces your silver that you have to spend. But this one right here, efficient shipping, increases the profit bonus for established trade routes by 10%. And it keeps going by 20%. So that just adds on to that 10%. So it makes it 20%, which is why if you look at my trade route, I have it at 25%. But it keeps going beyond that. 30%. 40%. 50%. So you could essentially, each one of these trade routes could give you a 55% boost to your pieces of 8. I'm not going to upgrade any more of these myself because there is only 8 days left, and if these go away, then I'll have to do all of these again. If they don't, and this is just a tease, then perfect. I'll put a lot more back into here. So I think that wraps it up. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all for the recent support. I appreciate it every single little bit. So thank you all. Have a great day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. Bye.